welcome back to the Running Diaries. You might have noticed that I took a little bit of a break and I didn't post anything last week, and that is because instead of running, I had a bit of a cheat week and I went on a long hike. But I am back on my normal running schedule this week, and I wanted to answer a couple of questions that I've been getting about running with music. Real quick, before I get into that, I wanted to give a quick update on one of the things I talked about in my video last time. I mentioned the importance of not wearing brand new shoes during race day. And today I did an 18-mile run and I wore a brand new pair of shoes that I'm trying to break in over the next 4 weeks for my race. And oh my God, did it hurt. I miss my old shoes, except the fact that they're so worn down that they're a bit of a hazard, but they were so comfy, whereas these ones are still a little stiff, and one of them is rubbing my left Achilles to the point where I bled through 3 Band-Aids, my sock, the upper of the shoe, and was like oozing and discoloring the shoe, my brand new shoe, because of it. So that is why you never want to wear a brand new shoe on race day. Back to music. I'm often asked a lot about if I like to listen to music while racing and training, and if so, what do I listen to? I don't like to listen to music while I'm racing. I find things like headphones and cords and all the little things that could go wrong very distracting, so I just remove that element altogether while I'm racing, and I just listen to everything else that's going around me or seen in my head sometimes during race day. I do, however, really like to listen to stuff while I'm training, particularly on longer runs. It helps me to sometimes stay motivated if I'm not feeling as motivated. It just kind of can make it a little bit more enjoyable depending on how much you like to run or what type of a mood you're in. I change a bit about what I like to listen to depending on what kind of run it is. I have a few things that I always listen to if I'm doing trail running, because for some reason they just seem like really good soundtracks to me when I'm up in the woods. So I listen to a lot of Mumford & Sons or Alt J when I'm out on the trails, but I tend to listen to things that are more like remixes and poppy when I'm out on the pavement. Works for me. I've also recently gotten really into listening to podcasts while I'm training. I spend so many hours and miles during my week out hitting the pavement, so if I can listen to a podcast where I'm hearing something that keeps me up with current events or where I'm learning about something completely new and interesting, it allows me to feel a bit like I'm multitasking and I'm using my time a little bit wiser than just running. So it's like, oh, I learned all about this cool, interesting thing, and I got this really nice long run in. I listen to things that are a lot more serious usually while I'm on my longer run. I'm really into true crime, so I listen to a few different podcasts that go over true crime stuff. I'm really into things that choose like one case or one thing that happened and go really far in depth into everything around it. In addition to like true crime, I also just like listening to anything that is kind of interesting and entertaining in a way where I'm going to be learning something like Radiolab or This America Life. I do listen to a number of podcasts that are kind of funny. My favorite one being My Favorite Murder. I also like to listen to a lot of the Crooked Media podcasts. The problem with things like Pod Save America and My Favorite Murder is sometimes they make me laugh so hard that it's really hard to be on pace while running. So I try to only listen to those type of podcasts if it is a short run or a recovery run, and not use them at all during my long runs. I've tried so hard to make it work and to listen to My Favorite Murder on a really long run, and I'm just laughing too hard and I can't stay on pace, and it makes it very difficult. But I will put a list of all the podcasts I like to listen to, and I'll specify if some of them aren't necessarily good for long runs, as well as my current favorite playlist to run to. I will list the songs below, as well as link to a Spotify and a Google Play playlist. I use Google Play. Okay, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, much appreciated. And also don't forget to subscribe. I put a new Running Diaries video up every single Tuesday between now and my marathon. Bye!